Hello Hotshell. So today we're on the second lesson of solving equations. That's a two-step equation we're going to go through today. Some of the keywords you may have seen from the last lesson are solve, operation and inverse. Where the operations involve the four different that we know, which is add, subtract, multiply and divide. Okay, so first things first, I'd like you to have a go at identifying which of these equations do you think are two-step equations. So pause the video, decide which of these are two-step equations, and then resume the video and I'll show you which ones are. Okay, welcome back. So the ones which are two-step equations are this one, this one, this one, and this one. These are all at least two-step equations. So I'll be going through some of these two-step equations on the next slides. Okay, firstly, solve 2x plus 1 equals to 9. So we have an equation here. We want to have it looking like x equals to something. So we need to get rid of any numbers or any terms which are not attached to the x. Any of them which are not attached to this 2x. So the one which is not attached is this plus 1. So this is separate. So first things first, I need to get rid of that by doing an inverse operation. So the inverse operation of add 1 is subtract 1 on both sides. Subtract 1 on both sides, and we get 2x is equals to 8. That's our first step. Our second step would be 2x means 2 times x. So what's the inverse of times 2? It's going to be divided by 2 on both sides. 2 lots of x divided by 2 gives me 1 lot of x, and 8 divided by 2, 8 divided by 2 here gives me 4. So our final answer for this solution is x equals to 4, and that is our second step. Okay, what I would like you to do is to pause the video and have a go at solving this equation, where the answer is one of these three different values here. Once you have finished, resume and I'll go through it. Okay, welcome back. So first step is I want to get rid of any terms which are not attached to this 2x here. So first things first, I want to get rid of this positive 8. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. And I get 2x is equals to 12. So now to get 1x, I need to divide both sides by 2. And I have x is equals to 6. That's our final answer. X is equals to 6. Okay, moving on. Solve 3x subtract 6 is equals to 12. So we want to get rid of any terms which are not attached to this 3x. This negative 6 is not attached to that 3x. So I'm going to get rid of that negative 6. So to turn negative 6 into 0, I'm going to have to add 6. I'm going to add 6 on both sides. That's our first step. So negative 6 add 6 gives me 0. So I have 3x is equals to 12 at 6 is 18. That's our first step. Now second step is we have 3 lots of x, but we want 1 lot of x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And we get x is equals to 6. That is our final answer. Okay, so on the right hand side you have 3 potential solutions. What I'd like you to do is to pause the video and get an answer. Solve for x. Get an answer for x. It should be one of the 3 on the right hand side. Once you're finished, resume the video and I'll go through it myself. Okay, welcome back. So, first things first, we want to get rid of anything not attached to this 8x term. This negative 4 is not attached to the 8x term, so I need to get rid of negative 4. So to turn negative 4 into 0, I need to add 4 on both sides. So negative 4 add 4 gives me 0. So I'm just left with the 8x. 20 add 4 will give me 24. Okay, now the second step is we have x times 8. So what's the inverse of times 8? It's divided by 8. But again, we need to do it to both sides to balance the equation. And now we have 8x divided by 8 gives me 1x, and 24 divided by 8 gives me 3. So our solution is x equals to 3, which is the green one. Okay, and last but not least, for the final example, we have a fraction involved. So we need to get rid of, so let's rewrite the question first. Minus 2 equals 6. We need to get rid of anything which is not attached to this x term here. This negative 2 is not attached to that x term there, so I need to get rid of negative 2. To turn negative 2 into 0, I must add 2 on both sides. The inverse of subtract 2 is add 2. So negative 2 add 2 will give me 0, so that will leave me with x divided by 3. Now 6 add 2 will give me 8, so that is our first step. Yeah, first step is to do the inverse of subtract 2, which is add 2 to both sides. Now we have a fraction here. What this fraction means, x over 3 on the top right hand side, I'm going to write x over 3 is the same thing as x divided by 3. That's the same thing as x divided by 3. So the inverse of divided by 3 is times it by 3 on both sides. So a third of x times it by 3 will give me 1x. So we just have x. And 8 times 3 will give me 24. So our solution is x equals to 24. Okay. On the right hand side you have 3 solutions. I'd like you to pause the video, have a go at solving this equation, and your answer should be one of these solutions on the right hand side. Okay, welcome back. So we need to get rid of anything not attached to this x term here. We need to get rid of this positive 1. The inverse of add 1 is subtract 1, so I'm going to take away 1 from both sides. So we have x over 3 equals to 5. So the inverse of divided by 3 is times it by 3. So I'm going to times it by 3 on both sides. So a third of x times it by 3 will give me 1x. And 5 times 3 will give me 15. So our final answer is x equals to 15, the yellow one. Okay, so you have a red section, an amber section, and a green section. I would like you to have a go at 3 from the red, 3 from the amber, and have a go at least 1 from the green. At least attempt 1 from the green. Please take a picture of your final solutions and upload it onto class charts. If you have any questions, message a member of staff on class charts. Good luck.